on big scale and then didn't use it for good. There are so many people who have platforms that don't use their influence for good, and I'm tired of living in a world where the people who we give platforms to and deem as celebrity are not good people. I'm tired of there not being good people with influence. Hi, welcome back. It is, for me at least, Saturday. And today's topic, I was just listening to Olivia Dean's song, and it's also just been stuck in my head all the time, but her song Dive. Don't know what I'm going to make the title of this video. What I have tentatively is Dive in Deep, the Water's Nice. I love that song, first of all. If you guys haven't heard that song, listen to that song, because that's a beautiful song. Secondly, it's in theme with everything we've been talking about, where I am in life, where I'm going, what I'm doing, how I'm getting there, and honestly, we just have to dive in deep, head first, not dipping our toes to see how it feels, just diving in, acclimating, figuring it out, letting it fill us completely, if that makes any sense at all. I'm nervous, I'm excited, more so than any fear or hesitation or worry about how I'm going to get to where I'm going next. There's just something about where I'm at in life that just makes sense. This, if you guys have noticed, this has been sitting there for a minute, and it's one of my vision boards. I have a couple up here. I used to, if you remember from old videos, I don't know if you guys have seen it in there, I don't remember. This used to be like a wall full of vision boards. Took it down, kind of cleaned it up. I have two that I really love right here, and this is one that I'm currently working on. I think I'm going to expand it onto another bigger poster board, but this one has a frame. It's a cork board with a frame. Anyways, that being said, it finally pieced itself together today. I've been cutting through a bunch of magazines, which is also this pile right here. Cutting through a bunch of magazines, figuring out words and imagery that calls out to me. I've had everything that I've needed, and I just kept doubting myself and questioning, oh, what if I don't have enough? Or what if there's something that I'm missing? And for sure, maybe down the line, there's going to be something I want to add, because there are a few empty spaces that I do want to fill. It's mostly filled right now. I just kept hesitating and questioning myself. Back to one of the past videos, stop doubting yourself, you already know the answer. I was listening to one of my motivational videos today. I think it's Your Level Up Guru. Oh, I wish.
I am absolutely upset.
Stop. It was either Your Level Up Guru or Water Star Vibes. I'm referencing this from, I just know that I'm about to step into, or I've already stepped into, a new chapter that's going to propel me so far and so much deeper into all of the desires that have been ruminating inside of myself. And I've just been, for lack of better words, like scared, a little shy, a little nervous, a little tender, I suppose. I'm tired of not having exactly what it is that I want, and I'm ready to have everything that it is that I want. I was writing that in my morning pages today, that I'm ready, that I'm so ready, and there is not a single part of my body that trembles in fear. It is my mind that is trying to convince me that something is wrong or that I should be scared, because why don't you feel scared? But I literally don't feel scared. And that is such good news. I haven't felt this sure about the uncertainty probably ever in my life. Maybe when I was a kid, maybe when I was first dreaming up these dreams of being a pop star and traveling the world and touring and making my own music and sharing it with the world and performing for thousands and thousands of people. And then the dreams of making YouTube videos and sharing what I have to say and seeing myself on screen and liking who I am seeing in my reflection and in the camera. Because there are so many times before this moment that I'm in right now where I didn't like what I looked like. I had something to criticize about her every single day. And it's so sad. And I apologize to that girl because she was just a girl and she was growing up and she was going through a lot of things that she didn't realize she was going through. And it took a minute for me to get to this place, but it's also a part of what I stand for and the message and the pillars that I want to have as my foundations, so that when I do have a platform that is as big and as grand as I'm imagining it to be, there's meaning, there's meaningful subtext. It's not just, oh, she's rich and she has whatever, or she has no fear of being put in front of a camera, so she has a platform and she just like does dumb stuff and doesn't really stand for anything. That's why it's taken me so long. I truly believe that's why it's taken me so long, because I needed to come into who I really was meant to be. Because for a long time, I wanted the glory and I wanted the fame and the fortune, because yeah, it was calling to me, but why was it calling to me? And I thought that the ways of reality TV stars, like anybody else who has garnered a platform on big scale and then didn't use it for good. There are so many people who have platforms that don't use their influence for good, and I'm tired of living in a world where the people who we give platforms to and deem as celebrity are not good people. I'm tired of there not being good people with influence. Hearing the music that, and there are some, pieces of art that are really good, that are really popular, but there is a lot of mainstream art that, where is the art in that? And it's very confusing and it's very frustrating as someone who has the gift and has been redirected and had to have taken the slower burn route, which I'm not too mad about, because I've gotten to a place where I know that I'm going to emphasize using my platforms and my voice and my gifts for good. But at the same time, it doesn't negate the fact that I can be frustrated with how the system and the industry has been working thus far. And I do want to be a source of change for that. Like I have no other aspirations in this life but to create a better world. I wish for that all the time, to be a positive force of change. I'm tired of being someone else's cheerleader who doesn't deserve me and my energy. I've done that too many times for friends, former lovers, people who just saw the light in me before I did and cultivated my energy for themselves and didn't pour back into me after taking what was rightfully mine. Albeit I also gave them the permission to do that in a way, but I no longer do that. And I no longer allow people who don't positively feed into me daily to take from me on a regular basis. And I hope that you don't either. I hope you're learning alongside me, and I reiterate this as much as I can in these videos. I hope that as I talk about this, it's not just a me story, like this is what I'm going through, and I want you to pay attention, like we're in this together. We're all walking each other home at the end of the day. There has been a lot of hyper individualism, and I've also partaken in that. But community, especially at this time, it is an election year. It has almost been a year of Palestine suffering in the way that they have. It has been many years of various areas in Africa and all over the world that suffer because people find so much comfort in their glass houses. But it's so transparent what is happening in the world. A lot of people just choose not to see it. And I'm tired of choosing not to see it. I stopped choosing not to see it a long time ago. Now I have to do something about it. I can't just sit in my room, ruminate about how angry I am with the world, and not be doing anything about it. I'm tired of not doing anything about it. This is a start of me doing something about it, because I need to build a platform. I need to build a community. I need to find the people who are also trying to make positive change in the world, because I can't do it by myself. And that's also a reason why I was having such a hard time for a minute not creating and not putting out the things that I wanted to put out, because I thought I had to do all of it on my own. I talked about it in one of the last videos, how when I was in therapy. I think it was my first video. I was trying to learn how to let the people closest to me in, to see the people that were really there for me, and to allow them to help me, versus thinking I needed to take everything on my own, handle everything on my own, care for myself on my own, take on the world all by myself, and then be frustrated that no one was backing me up. But I never put myself in a position to allow other people to back me up, nor did I put myself in a position to seek out the people who were also more than capable of backing me up in the way I needed to be backed up. I settled for a very long time. And I think we all need to. I think we all need to do all the things that pull us further away from where we're supposed to be, so that when we've reached our breaking point, when the rubber band has been pulled enough, we snap back into place and we find ourselves exactly where we were supposed to be from the beginning, but had to learn what we had to learn in order to be there presently with more clarity and more intention. And one of the videos again today that I was listening to as I was going through my morning stuff was reflecting on something that was talked about in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, that I also talked about in a video a couple days ago or yesterday, I can't remember, about making your decision and then following through. We can't be indecisive anymore. We have no more time left to waste around what it is that we actually want in this life. We're not going to get there by doing it like that. We read the book. It's still here. I need to pass it on to someone so that they can learn the lessons. But the boy from our story of the opportunity, where he came down from his tree thinking that the ship was coming, when the first time happened and he mistaken something as the ship, and so he went back up because he was like, oh, that's not it, let me go back to my safe spot. And then he saw the ship actually coming. His ship was coming in, and he came down, was going through the town, and then he went, wait, I need to make sure that it's coming, because I'm not going to trust my assumption that what I know is coming for me is coming in for me. So he went back up to his tree, and it was his ship, and his ship was docking, and he was already up in his tree. So he came back down, was being rerouted and distracted. I'm running out of battery. This happens every single time. We need to figure out what's going on here. Hold on. Okay, back to what I was saying. We can no longer allow the distractions and the fear and the hesitation to get to us. I know I've talked about this probably in every single video. I need to reiterate it, not just for you, but for myself, because I'm in a place right now, as we very well know, where it's that do or die. It's that literally what the book is talking about. Am I going to take my opportunity, or am I going to let it pass me by because I was scared, and because I hesitated, and because I believed the voice in the back of my mind that's telling me, well, what if that's not it? What if it's not meant for you? Are you sure? I said it in the beginning of this video. Right now, there is no single part of my body that tells me to run. It's just in my mind. And our thoughts are not fact. And we have to remember that. Diving in deep means that you trust and believe that what's in that water isn't going to hurt you. Dive in deep. The water is nice. If there is not a single part inside of your body that is telling you, no. Move on. Move a little bit that way. This actually reminds me of a story of my nail tech, her brother, and his girlfriend. They were also in Hawaii, and he was cliff jumping. And she told him, move out a little bit because it looks like it's a little too shallow for you. Instead of listening to someone that he knows and trusts, some guy that was also cliff jumping told him, oh no, you'll be okay. Jump from right here. And what happened? He ends up in the hospital because hairline fractured his ankle because it was too shallow. Too shallow. Instead of trusting someone that he trusts already, he believed a voice that he didn't recognize. And that's such an important lesson. It's crazy how life works out that way. Sometimes we have to learn. I'll say it time and time again. Sometimes we need to learn what we need to learn. At this point, all the lessons that have brought me to betting on myself and diving in deep head first Not just dipping my toes in to see how the water's feeling, but trusting I know that water feels nice. I don't have any more lessons to learn until I'm on the other side of what this is. Until I start posting all these videos. I need to put myself out there. I'm tired of not being out there. I'm tired of not being seen. I'm tired of keeping myself from the world. Because what if this person sees it? What are they going to say? Oh, people are going to find out where I'm at in life. What are they going to think? Their opinions don't matter. They're not living this life. They don't know what I'm doing. They don't know what I'm capable of. They don't know the messages that God and the universe send down to me every single day. They don't have what I have to offer. And regardless of what they have to say about it or think about it, talk about with their friends or whatever it is, I have innate worth, and I know that now, and I no longer compromise that to satisfy and people please others, and I hope you don't either. This isn't the time for that anymore. We've outgrown that. And if you're still in that space where you think of others' opinions more than your own, please consider my opinion above any of those. Please remember that this girl sitting in front of you, this woman, this goddess sitting in front of you is just a reflection of the person that you are. Not the person that you can be, not the person that you're possibly going to be, of the person that you are right now. I am a reflection of you. There's no other reason why we have been aligned in this way. It's time. It's time to dive. It's time to trust that what we know is meant for us and has been calling for us is going to meet us on the other side. As we can tell, I am ready to go out. I have a family party, but I did want to knock a video out just in case I didn't have the time to do it later. I have so many videos to edit and start posting up, so it's time. It's time for you, it's time for me, it's time for this world to enter a new era, because we've been living life the same way for a very long time, and it's out of time. It's done its time. It's time to step it up, okay? I love you. Be kind to yourself. Do something today that takes you one step closer, at least, to the life, the person, the desires that you have set for yourself. Take a walk, get some sun, hydrate, nourish yourself, body, mind, and soul. And I will see you again tomorrow. I love you.